Well, howdy, Shadowhawk. How are you today?
I'm sore as hell, but my back's not as
Oh,
bad as yesterday, so that's good.
uh, compensation.
Yeah, just my back.
Okay, we were 3 minutes late according to the clock, so I just made up with it, and we're not going to play the trailer. How about that?
No, alrighty then.
Then again, maybe we will.
Why not? Couldn't hurt.
Yeah, I was thinking about draw stream because I didn't have to work last night. It was windy, post storm.
Oh,
I guess it's windy today. I don't know what his logic is. Of course, mosquitoes aren't bad yet. It's been cool, getting down in the 50s at night.
yeah, yeah.
I think about 54 here. Um, so,
I don't know
but
what
I had,
temperature they need to get to start hatching, but it's usually a little warmer in 50s, I think.
yeah, I told Texas Dave that it was Monday and it was Tuesday. So my days are mixed up already. Who can keep
Yeah.
track of this stuff? Uh,
Excuse me.
but I went on topic list last night. It, I'm trying. I'm trying to do a GO that I like. That I really like. And anyway, I'm not done with this, but I'm finished. I'm not. I'm not done. I'm not finished with this. I'm not done. But I'm working on it. It's from topic list last night, and then I went over on Tokame's show and did a lot of work on it. So that's where we're at right now. Got some of the highlights in there, and then I'll bang it out. You know, pretty soon here, pretty hopefully, pretty
Yeah, you were
hopefully.
you were circle of death there for a minute.
Oh, was I? Did you not see it?
No, I got to see it right before you took it back down. Hey, Homer, it's
Oh, okay.
hump day.
It
No,
is.
that's why I
It
said
is Hump
turn it on
Day,
big.
and I will be on the Hump Day show tonight because we do not spray tonight. Uh, no work tonight. Wah wah. But trying to get the direct deposit thing so that they don't mail my checks. They were like, "Well, we have no information." Well, you pay me by direct deposit all last year. I don't. What the? You should still have that information on hand. I don't get that.
All you gotta do is give them your checking account and routing number. That's all
Exactly,
they
and
need.
that's what I sent the secretary, and she'll probably get it into them. But man, you know,
Yeah.
hey Gary,
Wait, wait,
oi
Carrie.
Savaloy, I got the Savaloy in today before Shadow did. It's not a
What's that?
contest, but I think he looks a little spider like too.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I could see that.
Yeah.
I was at the FMC level thing you were doing there with them holding the book open.
No. Oh no, no, no. That's no. I could see where you would see that because it's kind of like V cut like that. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Oh, my mistake.
No, no, I haven't come up with one yet for that, but I guess I need to. Sometime this summer.
Yep.
I do have one bog that was done for that, but
No, Carrie, it got
prototype.
sent to you, and then
Hey,
I
Eric.
guess they held on to it in customs or something until we sent them that extra fee or whatever it was. But no, they didn't send it back all the way over here. I think they just held on to it. Hey, Eric, good to see you, buddy.
So VAT tax, I guess.
Mm, hmm That's the one. I couldn't think of the word. We don't have that
Yeah,
here,
I
so
had not heard it before. Ethan was talking about it ages ago. That
yeah.
I guess with maybe the second cyber fraud campaign, of VAT tax put on stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I guess if it's just books, they don't add the extra whatever it is. But if it's any kind of merchandise or whatever, so since I had a toy in there with, forget what all I sent Carrie. I sent her a toy. I think I sent her a couple of books too. I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, they must have decided to check it out and held on to it, and I had to pay them an extra 20 before they delivered it to Carrie.
Wow. Huh. Just depends on what's in it, huh? They check it out.
I guess, yeah.
Start
You know,
with the
would have been a perfectly flat package or whatever. I guess you know wouldn't have been no problem. But I was just happy they didn't, you know, do like Australia because you send shit over there and they'll throw it right into the incinerator.
That's crazy. Hey, Hex Allen. That's absolutely crazy. We will have a since Hex Allen's here, and I've
Hey,
already
Hooks.
responded to Apex. I just haven't set the show up. I'll set it up tonight after this show. The Rex Hex and Apex show, Saturday on this channel.
Gonna be up against me, Kenny.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to leave
Yeah,
to, you know,
that is what it is.
go
It's
do
no
your
big
show,
deal.
but or we can agree to, keep it an hour.
Yeah, it's all good, man. No big deal.
Whatever, it's all good, right?
You're only gonna be streaming up against somebody. It just happens to be you every couple of weeks. No big deal.
Yeah. You, you know, there's certain people that get irate about it. Pops, excuse me.
Well, what are you supposed to
Uh,
do, dude? You gotta stay out there.
it's
You
like,
gotta
what are
keep
you
your
trying to do?
contact.
Control YouTube, internet, your lane of your corner of the room? I don't get it. Why there's people, let people do what people's going to do, and you put up the content you want to put up on your channel, and don't get irate about it, but
You
in
know,
certain cases, Pops has gotten irate at people about streaming, and I know it's happened after it happened to me with him,
yeah.
and
Well, apparently
it's
it just
like,
happened.
loosen up, dude, smoke some more weed or something, it's all good.
Uh, yeah, I saw on Twitter the other day he was ranting about somebody. Apparently, a couple of people that he used to have on the network or whatever out there talking shit and saying don't work with Pops. And he had
Well,
this big old long tirade on Twitter, man. I was like, wow.
Well, I know when he gets on a tirade, he will repeat the same thing for 2.5 hours. I've seen him do it. It's there's no talking him down. He's just gonna have his rip and tear, and it's like, were they in the wrong? Sure, but you're not handling it right. You're going right down in the mire with them. Just,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not saying don't make your point, but you know, when I
Yeah,
had my
but
problems with him, I had my rebuttal, and that was it. Pretty much,
right.
it's like, if you don't have anything good to say about somebody, don't say it.
Yep. That's what Mama used to
I
say.
mean, you're not. I mean, are you? I mean, are those other people policing the internet?
I don't think
I
so.
mean, is that their job? No, but everybody's got an opinion, and by God, it's the internet, so I got to give it. No,
That's
you
right.
don't. You got a choice. Gable Penny
It's an
Shot says, I like
uncontrollable replay.
Pops, but to be honest, nobody is watching. Laugh out loud. I apologize
Hey,
for
Gable. Good to see you,
talking
buddy.
smack about someone, but yeah, exactly, Rex. It has been said he's a control freak. He's with me and made me angry. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
I like Pops. He's always been decent to me. Yeah. I mean, I think we can be civil to each other.
I mean, I still stop by there, you know, when Doc is doing his show or Christy's doing her show, but, you know, I just don't watch the regular network stuff anymore. Like, when Pops is hanging out. But most of
you
the time anymore, he don't even hang out on the panel with Doc, so.
all right. Uh, yeah. I mean, if he's going to build something, you got to have you got to have people skills to, uh, I mean, it's not hard. I don't get the difficulty, It's just be nice to people, you know.
Oh,
I'm
Doc
not
left an
saying,
honest too? I didn't realize that. So he's just doing the coffee shop on his channel because I always watch it on his channel anyway. But
yeah, let others make up their mind. Absolutely.
yeah, I mean it's I haven't worked with Pops personally, but I mean my only problem was the way that Rex got treated, and I've known Rex before I ever met Pops, so that just my loyalty is gonna be with Rex, so that's the way it goes. But I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you
I think
choose
he's hurt
to,
himself a couple of times because of not being able to control his temper or whatever, and
yeah.
it's just making
Well,
it hard for him to achieve the goal he wants to achieve. He's wanting to start the
yeah.
Roku thing and all
I
that.
mean, if you want to find your worst enemy on the internet, go to the bathroom, check out the mirror, and look in the mirror, because often
Hmm.
99% of your problems in life are going to come from yourself, and it's
Exactly.
up to you to find the answer to figure out the best way out of the. I mean, that's what makes comics or entertainment really dramatic and compelling, is you put someone in a situation and you're like along for the ride as a viewer, and how are they going to get out of that situation. And it's the more that mirrors real life and people can identify with it, it's kind of a universal language. We all have problems in life. It's how we solve those problems that really matters and tells what kind of where we are in life, and
Right.
um, you know how mature we are. Uh, I've had to be very mature, and I've really inside me said, I really want to have my say. And it's like the best thing I can do is just be mature and wish this person the best and go on. Sometimes that's just the best solution. Is it the most savory and satisfying? No.
Not
Often
always.
it's
No.
it often it feels like dust in your mouth, but if you want to move on, you have to move on. There's time for moving on, right?
Exactly. I mean, you got to
Hey,
know
Apex.
when it's time to cut your losses and you know look for greener pasture.
Yes, he needs more people to build his network for him because he has a very lofty goal. I think it's an achievable goal, but uh, you know,
Right. Well, and I think a lot of people were on board with trying to help him out. Unfortunately, a few of those people, and apparently Doc as well, have gotten tired of some of the extracurricular bullshit. And uh, I, I
yes,
don't
we
know.
can
I'm not
change
over.
the topic and go on to something else. But
Yeah, as I don't really know. I'm not there. So
life is precious. None of us are perfect. Give it all to God. Yeah.
exactly. Hail Edwin in the
Working and
house. Good to see
lurking.
you, Buzz.
Edwin, hello. Edwin. Tastes like dust in your mouth. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good one. What's up, Apex? Hail, brother.
Well, a lot of, I mean, yeah, that came from me, but it's, uh, I mean, I've been watching a lot of Westerns. Maybe that's been, I finished season 1 of Gunsmoke, and going on to season 2. The only thing is, on those early discs, for some reason, or the set that I bought off eBay, at
Uh-huh.
least for the early seasons, I think it corrects later, I hope, because I'm not doing it by controller. I'm just pressing buttons on my machine because my controller is not somehow working with what I have set
Wow.
up. Um, it has play all as the last option. So I have to get up out of the recliner every time to push to play another, you know,
Oh,
show
really?
of it. every time, and there may be like 5, 6 shows. Well, that means I have to get up 5 or 6 times. Well, I don't mind getting up, but usually my dog is in my lap,
Right.
you know, and I don't want to disturb her. Uh, so, one and done. Uh, but a lot of that. But hopefully that'll correct in later seasons where they have play all as the first option. Why wouldn't you have that anyway? I just don't get it.
What can you it oh can you touch screen to it, or you how do you
I push the button on the machine because it'll be highlighted and then it'll drop down to the next.
okay. Well, yeah,
That one. Yeah.
if you hit the select or forward or whatever, you should be
Yeah,
able to get the
the
box
thing
over to play
is, let's
all.
say I've only watched 3 out of the 6 on the disc. I can usually stop it at the beginning of a show or whenever, whatever, if I'm in the middle of a show. Oh, I got to go do the 4 o'clock shadow or whatever.
Mm.
Then I can just lose power and it will memory select the last thing that was, where I stopped. Now, if I leave it up and just kind of stop it, it won't do that. I have to almost lose power, I guess, to do it. So it's just, I don't know. I have an international player that'll play anything in the world. I just haven't set it up yet. I actually have no TV up top now because my old one gave out, but I only bought it with shipping, only 25 bucks.
Oh, wow.
Which was great. I'd love to get another one of those.
How big was it? 25 bucks.
About this big. It wasn't big at all. It looked like an old gaming console, just
Okay.
very small, compact, and would play. It had trouble with some of the new Marvel stuff for some reason. I don't know why. I'd get some of the new Marvel movies. None of the bad ones. I still haven't watched the Captain Marvel movie with the Skrull invasion and.
No, dude, I'm never gonna watch that one.
Yeah, I've not watched. I'm hearing some good things about Thunderbolts.
Yeah, I've been getting mixed reviews, but a lot. I've been hearing a lot of good stuff, but I've heard all the the usual naysayers, saying whatever, but other people have said good things, so I'll watch that one and judge for myself.
Believe me, Doc is very patient, and whatever his decision, we might have even talked about it when I went to visit him. See how I phrase that? That's made me sound very good. I went to visit him. I was over there already. And decided, and called him and said, "How far away out of Atlanta are you?" And he said, "Oh, about, X amount of miles." And I was like, "Oh,
they got services for that, Apex."
Omer says he watched Thunderbolts and it was good. Yeah, Doc is very patient, and if he gives up on you, there's a big reason. Because I mean, you don't have to be perfect with Doc.
No,
I mean, I've been downright insulting to him sometimes, a little salty, and he still loves me. So if he gives up on you, then there's a big reason,
Yeah.
He's tired of the BS, whatever. But yeah, I mean,
Omer experienced it too. Shit. So this is a regular occurrence. That's the main problem.
Yeah, I mean, if something keeps occurring, then it's and it's
Well, I don't want to keep going into it. Look, what else we got?
Right. I got nothing. No, actually, I worked late last night on this Geo, and finally got to bed. Of course, I was probably a little fatigued from that pizza I ate at the pizza thing. And it's like, oh man, that messed with me, kept me up, man, this storm came through, and I can't even remember if it rained any today or not. It doesn't look like it did, but hot and muggy. It gets up in the 80s and then down to 50s. It's kind of unusual light. I mean, when is the first day of summer anyway? Do we know?
Mm.
And it is
Well,
May the
Memorial
21st.
Day is Monday, so I think it's shortly after
Uh,
that.
I'm glad we're looking at the calendar because I believe today is your anniversary day.
Mm?
21st. May 21st, I believe, is your anniversary day today on the show.
Oh. I thought you were talking about me and Mama's anniversary. That was Cinco de
No,
Mayo.
that was Cinco de Mayo. That was the 5th, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but I believe the 21st is of May. I don't have it written on here. Man, I need to, you know, uh, update that thing with the old calendar. First, I need to find the old calendar. Uh, but yeah, so happy anniversary, Shadow, to the show. I've been waiting for a long time to say that to
Well,
you.
thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it, and I enjoy being here.
Who is our guest on the Saturday? You are our
Most
guest, Apex. You are our guest. In fact, if we continue to do Rex Hex and Apex show, I want to talk to you guys. So we'll try and come in a little early or whatever, and we'll talk. Yeah, you can shield and do Finbat because I know you've got some new things happening to your campaign. And in fact, why don't we go over and look at Finbat on Fun My
yeah.
Comic?
Why
And
don't
something peppermint that gets in my head, and I can't get it out.
that was Bond that put that together, right? Bond Claus.
That put together what?
Apex's trailer.
No, that was Pedro.
Was that Pedro? Okay.
Originally, and Mr. Good Stuff. He took what Pedro did
Oh,
and
Mr. Good Stuff.
kind of
Okay.
yeah. hmm If I'm
I'm thinking of
remiss,
somebody else's campaign then, because Bond had done. Whose campaign did he did the trailer for? It's really good.
came up with a
Uh,
new name there. I had to write it down before I forgot it.
yeah, I can't think of it right now.
Shadow was asking me questions. Where is Finbat? It's here somewhere in all the links. Or you could put your link in the chat. Yeah, Good Stuff and Pedro. Yeah. Or you could put your link in the chat for everyone and we'll go over there together. How about that? And I also want to push this. If you're not signed up for Frog G, the second one.
Oh
What's
yeah,
wrong
Ben
with
signed
you?
it.
Yeah, a lot of people have, but I'm going to drop the link nonetheless. It's going to be a great project. It's probably going to really shine, even outshine the very first one, right?
Oh yeah, sure.
Frog G, Ink Spots, Jason Bascom. Billy did say that Goblin Girl is completed.
Yeah, I saw that. So it would be nice to get into my greedy little hands soon.
And it was Octopus Cowboy, $5,582. Just wanted to check in on that one. Not much movement on that. Thank you, Apex, for that link. Appreciate that. Mucho apreciatos, as I like to say.
Where is Octopus Cowboy Rex? That's on Indiegogo, right?
Yeah, on Indiegogo. Both of them were.
Yeah.
But the next one we're going to look at, which is Fembat, is only on Fun My Comic.
Yeah.
There we go. There's those huge tatas. Excuse me. I and Abby are both coughing. 33 backers now. We're 145% funded. We have variant covers. We have chaos. We have vampires. We have, free domestic shipping until the end of the month. Right. So I better get on it if I want to get that free domestic shipping on the Dan Lawless cover.
Yeah, they're great.
I get a check this week. We are getting paid every week now, so that's good. That helps.
Yeah, it's always nice to have a weekly income.
Only on Fun My Comic. Go back at today. $10 days to go. Wow. Okay. What it says on the campaign. New Apex Comics poster by Anthony Sia. Is that right? Go check it out. We will be checking it out on the Rex Hex and Apex show. Look at that $20 blank cover. Very cool. Very cool. This is new to the campaign. I've not seen that before. Attention artists, draw and send me your best Fembat art, and I will publish it on the back cover of the Dan Lawless Fembat variant cover and the Moonlight variant cover as a collage with other talented artists, Fembat Visions. I'm on X at Comics Apex. Here are some of these artist masterpieces. So this one is from Marcus Killigrew with the huge tatas. Tank Ferret. Look at Tank Ferrets there. I remember that. We've shown that before, Shadowhawk. It's like a Dracula type character there.
Mm.
Can you see it? Do you see what I see? A star, a star. Jack Eaple. There's Jack. Or John Eaple. I don't know why I said Jack because it started with the J. It's just J. What's the Jack J Eaple? Peter, aka Pad. Yeah. I'd say most of these were done on the Hump Day show, which is tonight with Omer Glitch, and we'll be on with Omer drawing and having a good time. Here's Omer's. Ooh, look at that. Nice, Omer. Nice work. Thick birthing hips. Love it. And another one by Tank Ferret. There we go. Very cool. We need some more artists for that, though. anyway, we'll be covering Brent's Fembat on the Rex X and Apex show. That should be a lot of fun. And talking some smack and all kinds of stuff, you know. Mighty Mascots. Let's take a look at Mighty Mascots number 10 real quick here and see where it's at, because it's getting ready to it's at the printers right now. It's still in demand. So I'm getting behind on some of these, and like King Cryptid, I've got none of those, and I know they're all good. I just kind of slipped off the Alterna cracker for a while, you know. But I've got my own book to get out. Let's see here. There we go. So Mighty Mascots is still in demand. Our friend Keith Gleason, he will be doing the lettering for most of my book. Number 10 is triple sized anniversary issue. If you've not tried Mighty Mascots, definitely try out some starter pack or something that he's got on here. The wrestling buddies are just awesome. I know you're locked in, and you got to be getting excited about getting this delivered to you pretty quickly. Shadowhawk. I guess the figures are going to be 3D printed. That was some nice stuff. Restless Sidekick Productions. Oh, that's cool. Featuring for the first time 2 legendary backup stories. Oh. That's cool. But Breakfast Brawlers, you're gonna love those when they come in. They even have a place where you can hang them up on a peg. It looks like the clamshell. Keep them all in order. Get the whole thing. You get the Glow Mondo figure for free. Very cool. It's amazing how crowdfunding is just spreading out and doing, you know, whoever came up with that, bookmarks and all that other stuff, they lit and ignited the fuse for something where people are doing action figures now and cars and all types of stuff. It's just awesome. And with our next campaign, we'll be doing like Pez and Devil Flyers, you know, gliders and stuff. That's going to be awesome. Can't wait to get that in production and going. I wonder if they knew they were going to, whoever started that with the crowdfunding, adding the little things, which was probably years and years and years and years and years ago, was igniting, you know, a world of possibilities. I mean, they're doing lunch boxes. It just blows my mind about what people are doing nowadays with these crowdfunders. Wow. Well, here's one that's closed down, but that I had saved, and I'm not even sure that we featured that much, but it did very well. Shadowhawk, Super Killer #1. Let's Soak superhero comedy. Hilarious new graphic novel from comedian Vito. Oh, whatever his last name is. 118,000. He must have a following. 2,173 backers. Wow. But that one did very well. 118,000. Don't know anything about that one. I'll get a drink here. My voice is giving out. Shadowhawk probably fell asleep. It's all good. Over on Fund My Comic. Devil Flyers still doing $4,169. It'll be I'll be making some changes that fairly soon. Pigman #1, let's see, that's $18,152. Tom Tuttle's 7 Amens Before Sundown, $7,330. Not too bad. Super Harem over there by Matt Wanger, $170 right now. He is funded. So I guess this is his old campaign. I think that's very smart to try and generate some funds, something you might already have printed up. Name's Wanger, and I'm here to sell you the funniest bootleg raunchy humor you can buy. Super Harem is a hilarious project with art by Joe Ball. 4 backers so far. Book is already finished and ready to go out. It had an extremely successful run on Indiegogo, accumulating around 50K across 2 campaigns. Many people have praised Super Harem as their favorite crowdfunded comic. This is a second chance campaign for anyone who missed the Indiegogo. I think that's very smart because I think the money's been spent on the previous campaigns. I did back Super Harem and got my Ziploc bag. Came freshly in a Ziploc bag. I've not read it. Basically, she has to have sex, I think, to attain her superpower or something like that. It's an interesting premise. I think Shadow Hawk backed Super Harem when it came out.
Yeah, I did. Planning on backing the remasters as well.
Is now the one on Fund My Comic? Is that supposed to be remastered?
Yeah, he had a few limited edition copies of the very first print, but he didn't have many. I think there may still be a few issues of the original, 93 series number 2 books. But that's about it. And then he's doing a full reprint of everything that he's got from the early book, like a collected thing with all the heroes together.
Was that on the campaign? I guess the different options. I didn't take a look.
I believe they were. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
You can always run through it with Elmer if you want.
Oh, okay.
They don't have to. Just say at some point in the show. Yeah.
Monday is my 29th wedding anniversary. Congratulations. This is good stuff. 29
Too bad
years.
it's a Monday.
Hey, Mike. Apex loves Super Harem.
Yeah, I'm thinking about ordering myself.
Anyway, he's telling me thank you. Oh, Apex Comics says thanks, Rex. Anytime. Mercenary Guild issue 1, $692. They are on Fund My Comic now. And I can't remember. Are they doing a Kickstarter or do you know, Shadowhawk?
Not
with
sure.
Mercenary? Okay, that's fair because I really don't know either. But they are over on Fund My Comic too, so Omer, I will send you the link over on X here. If you have time, you can come in. Show us what you've been working on.
Yeah.
With your art. I know he was working on some of my stuff when he was on. There we go. I keep thinking Charlie's London, is probably pretty close to having her child, because when she sent that the other day, she was like 3 months out. 3 weeks out from having the baby. Charlie's London from Woolworth to Wartime, $32,404, 368 backers. I have not backed it yet. I really want to back that before she closes it down. I hate the feeling of, I really want this project. It's going to close soon. It's going to close soon.
Yeah, I hate that.
Might as well just put your mind at ease and back it today.
So,
I
don't live with a world of regrets.
I love, that. My mind just went blank because I'm trying to multitask here. And pull up the next campaign. The Buckler, the story so far, 46 backers, $2,400 even on Fund My Comic. Let's watch the trailer together today, now.
$2,000 on thermometers, 2,000 surrounding us. Who travel 2,000 kilometers to hang out with us? What's up, danger? What's up, danger? Hey, didn't know they doubted us. Makes it that more marvelous. Sign them up, cause ominous vibes and I get synonymous. What's up, danger? Hey, don't be a stranger. Cause I like high chances that I might lose. I like it all on the edge, just like you. Hey, I like tall buildings so I can leap off of them. I go hard with it no matter how dark it is. I'm insane, but on my toes. I could keep the world balanced on my nose. I had a slumber party with all my foes. Now I wear them like a badge on all my clothes. If I'm crazy, I'm on my own. If I'm waiting, it's on my phone. If I sound lazy, just ignore my tone. Cause I'm always gonna answer when you call my phone. Like, what's up, danger? Like, what's up, danger? Don't be a stranger. What's up, danger? Can't
Well, you have the option of both, Apex, either the buckler or the golden parachute. I backed the golden parachute. I have not backed the buckler complete yet, but it probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Uh, but I've still got others like Charlie's London and Fimbad and others like that I need to back. So. Priorities.
I'm
Been a
back.
while
I'm
since we
getting
talked about this. You had to get what?
some food. It's a topic.
Some food. Wow. Well, you're working, man. Go sign up for Peter Palmetti's Retro Issue 1. This should be coming out here fairly soon. Launching this year. I know he's been working diligently on it, among other things. I think this will be a worthwhile project once he gets it out. Retro trading card with every order on your sign up. My love of comics from the 60s through the 90s combined with a modern sensibility. Created and written by Peter Palmetti. Retro originally created in the 1970s. "28 pages of story, 40 pages in all. 40 color pages. 40 color pages in all. How do they work that? 28 pages of story, 40 color. I guess maybe pinups and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
How do you work that? How do you work that? Yeah, it's still in sign up. Yeah. Is it on sign up? Yeah, it is. Let me pull it back up again. And I will get the link for you. Sorry about that. There we go. Drop it there in the chat for you there, Apex, and you can go sign up. Yeah, it's been in sign up for a long time. In fact, we're on GoGo. You have to renew that every year or you lose it. So I hope he renews it. I would pay the trailer, but it's him talking about retro for 12 minutes.
I know, that's a lot.
Canadian Tussle is in that. It is the complete buckler. Everything he's done with buckler. Except for buckler number 2, which will be coming out after this. Almost finished inking on Fembat page 1. Is he going to be your inker for the whole project? Or I don't get it. I thought it was already inked by you. And I don't think there's anything wrong with the mighty golden parachute, as you call it, Apex. It's just, you might not like Yellow Flashes. I still think it'll be a decent story, and I want to support John in any way I can, Mainly putting him to work here pretty soon, doing some work for me. And finishing up some old stuff. Yeah, we haven't completed yet. But talked about, got laid out. Black Tiger by John Hervey. Still up on Indiegogo?
Yes, sir. Get them while you can. It's good stuff.
Black Tiger Hidden Dragon Volume 2 here. 7,130 backers, 132 $7,130, 132 backers. Let's take a look.
Welcome Beyond Time Travelers. We're excited to bring you the final 88-page chapter in the Black Tiger Hidden Dragon story arc, where the rubber meets the road as Assistant Defense Attorney Jen Fogg must balance her career and personal life with her blossoming power and responsibilities as Black Tiger. Jen must survive an insidious game of death and a lethal encounter with the Metahuman Activities Division of the Los Santos Police Department as the city streets run ablaze with criminal activity. Along with pulse-pounding action, this graphic novel reveals inconceivable truths about the Black Tiger power, ranging from ancient Mayan civilization to feudal Japan. Picking up where Volume 1 left off, Jen must go farther, dig deeper, and bring it with more bone-crushing kung fu than ever before in order to save the city of Los Santos and restore the disgraced names of both the Fong family and the Black Tiger. For those of you who are new to Black Tiger, this campaign is a great jumping on point, as it contains nearly 350 pages of comic book awesomeness with 2 complete 6-issue Black Tiger story arcs, Legacy of Fury and Hidden Dragon. Start at the beginning with the 172-page epic Black Tiger Legacy of Fury, in which Pak Fong, the prior Black Tiger, has a strained relationship with his children. His daughter Jen is a straight as an arrow assistant DA, whom Pak has inadvertently lost in the shuffle as he focuses his attention on his prodigal son Eric. Unbeknownst to Jen, Eric is the heir to the Black Tiger power and an enforcer in the Red Dragon Triad, the most brutal gang in Chinatown. When an assassin's bullet ends Pak's life and grants the power to Eric, the family is shattered. Pak's web of secrets drives brother and sister onto separate journeys that collide as the fate of the city and the mantle of the Black Tiger hangs in the balance. All production is 100% complete as we continue our mission to bring you the very best in comic book entertainment. Join us for boundless imagination.
Looks like a pretty complete book. I mean,
Yeah.
Nice. Been out there a while. That one, you never know when it's going to fulfill. So I want to check that out. There is the link for that one, and one that we featured before, but not in a while. Still in demand. This one's getting ready to go out. I'm pretty sure. Lightbringer. And if you did back Doc Blaylock's, you still get the John Dillard cover as well. If you backed his Pariah Blood and Mud and you back Lightbringer, you do get the John Dillard print with all the principal characters on it. This is volume 2, $7,834, 116 backers. So over on Indiegogo. Back it today. Yeah, great artwork, Black Tiger, absolutely, Apex. Some of that reminds me of George Perez artwork. I kind of get a George Perez vibe on it,
It's a good read, man. I like Rod. Does good stuff.
Yeah, you don't hear a lot about some of these campaigns after they've been out a while,
Well, it's the thing when you get a new campaign, you gotta really hype it and get your name back out there. But if you keep people updated to where you're
at. Pencils down over on Indiegogo, but it is over on Fund My Comic as well. This is another one I need to get on because on the splash page is Devil Flyer in comic book form. Very cool. $6,403, 170 backers over there on Indiegogo. I think a lot less over on Fund My Comic, but still doing bank, for Justin. I wonder how his new baby's doing. Have you heard anything about his new baby? Seen any posts or anything?
Who's that? New baby?
Justin Belmont.
Oh no, I think I saw one that he posted like when she was real little. I haven't seen anything new.
Yeah, okay. I was just wondering.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to have my
Cyberfrog 3. I don't know when it busted $800,000, but it's at 805 right now.
I think it was last night.
7,040 backers. Was it last night? Was it that early that it busted 8,000? Really? 800,000?
Yeah, I was doing the rewatch this morning.
Wow. Okay. So still meat on the bone for Cyberfrog. Let's check it out.
Yeah.
They say free when you're singled out. Red filters through. So lay down. The red is real. When his side goes red again. See it red again. See it red again. Red, it filters through.
On Indiegogo. I like Indiegogo just so I can say on Indiegogo. But I can say on Fund My Comic. Only on Fund My Comic. Back at today.
Yeah.
Well, someone else that busted a barrier here over on Amarok, Joshua, $20,941, 353 backers, his
Hey,
first campaign.
congratulations,
Not
Josh.
bad. No doubt. Check this young 19. And when is he going to be 20? Going on 53? I'm just wondering.
Long trailer.
Yeah, it is. But it gives you a good look at artwork. And did you see John Dillard's trailer? That was a longie. That was a real longie. I'm really surprised out of John with that, really, to tell you the truth.
Is that a
That thing
newer
went
one?
on for, yeah, the newer one that I played earlier. Would you like to see it again? Or for the first time?
Oh, no, we saw it earlier.
First time feels like the very first time. Little early Foreigner from the first album. What are you eating, by the way? I'm curious.
Leftover beef chicken.
There you go. Till lunch. Hopefully you will eat something more substantial than that.
Yeah. I just
I'm
need
gonna
to
play it
snack
anyway.
I'm starved.
Now you watch this time, mister. It's a long trailer.
Okay.
Somebody time this
2,000 on
thing.
thermometers, 2,000 surrounding us. Travel 2,000 kilometers to hang out with us. What's up, danger? What's up, danger? Hey, didn't know they doubted us. Makes it that more marvelous. Sign them up, cause ominous vibes and I get synonymous. What's up, danger? Hey, don't be a stranger. Cause I like high chances that I might lose. I like it all on the edge, just like you. Hey, I like tall buildings so I can leap off of them. I go hard with it no matter how dark it is. I'm insane, but on my toes. I could keep the world balanced on my nose. I had a slumber party with all my foes. Now I wear them like a badge on all my clothes. If I'm crazy, I'm on my own. If I'm waiting, it's on my phone. If I sound lazy, just ignore my tone. Cause I'm always gonna answer when you call my phone. Like, what's up, danger?
That's from the ash can there, I believe.
Don't be a stranger. What's up, danger? Can't stop me now. I said I got you now. I'm right here at your door. I won't leave. I want more. What's up, danger? Yeah, what's up, danger? Can't stop me now. Yeah, I said I got you now. Come on, what's up, danger? Come on, say what's up, danger?
I mean, that was a long ass trailer. I'm really surprised at John because he's like, brevity is the soul of wit. Wow, Abby jumped up at that one. Yes, where trailers come to die on choppy ass theater. Really surprised John came out with one that was that long. So that was from oh, Abby. She's had her medicine twice. From a Spider-Man soundtrack, eh? All right, we'll take a look at one more where I get a good vibe off of it. Top one over on Indiegogo, $8,328, 131 backers. I really like this piece right here. This is some, George Perez looking goodness there. Some of the other iterations, and not so much for me. Like this one, but I do like this image. Spider Ham, maybe Spider Ham. Well, I probably just haven't seen it. Was that the Spider-Verse 2, Carrie? And Carrie, if you had some Kickstarter, like, projects that you see over there on the Madness Network or somewhere else that, that you want to see promoted more, or like Havoc or some of those links I already have. But, if you have any favorites like Carissa Grant's project or something, just feel free on Instagram to send me the links, and I will try and play their trailers more and stuff. Spider-Verse, I know the first animated. Okay. I did get the first animated movie. I've not seen the second yet. I do have the first one on disc. PBR, Street Gaming in the House. Hey, PBR. Guess we're going to call this one a short one. I don't guess Elsie or Omer's going to come in today. And like I said, I slept up to about 3:20 because I went to bed late working on this piece here, which I'm not done with yet. Be on the Hump Day show and maybe work on that one. Maybe work on this one here, which requires some painting. I try and do these till I'm completed with them, but I've been remiss of late. I'm working on multiple ones. I do have one in there, just barely started, of a sea demon one that I've not shown. I don't like to show incomplete work sometimes. At least let me get a good start on it before I show it. But yeah, this is where I'm at with this one. I put in the highlights with a little Dr. Martin's bleed proof white, which you add water to that, it'll mix with your color. So I'll see what I've got in there in acrylics, and maybe we'll put some acrylics on that. Maybe before it's all over with, I'll be painting these things. I already am on that one female one a little bit with her hair. I have faves. Yeah. Well, just send me some of the links to some of their stuff, and I'll try and save them, and we'll try and play them more, Carrie. How's let's see, how's Melvin Ford coming along? Pretty well from what I last. There we go. We are on page 23. There you go. Dan Lawless sucks. Okay. Most people I like coming from Lori's show. Okay. Well, I mean, just find the links or whatever, or if you happen to be in there and they have a link that's dropped or maybe in the description, and you'd like that featured more, then I'll be happy to feature it. I know, there are people in here like yourself that back some Kickstarters, but they may not run in the same lanes as we do, and I'm happy to promote anything comes along. If you have a project that wants to be promoted, just you can find me on X, on Instagram, on Facebook, and although I don't look into Facebook that often, and we will feature it on the show. Before I get out of here, and I probably need to set something up with Tom and get him on here. I've interviewed him on the Rex Hex and Apex show over on Hex's channel and over on Apex's channel. So, but 179 backers, $7,330. This is his first campaign, I believe. 7 amens before sundown. It is like a super, how did he describe it? A supernatural, or maybe I'm thinking of another one. It's kind of vampires and Western put together. Let's take a look real quick. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got to get with them tonight and see about getting them on too, Carrie. There we go. Tom Tuttle's project, 7 amens before sundown. Go check it out on Fund My Comic. There's the link for that. Kevin Davis needs to be seen more on YouTube because he's got so much coming soon. Absolutely. Like I said, I always like to have people come on and talk about, their projects and, what they've got upcoming, and see how these campaigns are growing or not growing, and try and give some exposure to them, Octopus Cowboy is the one that I really believe in. I think it's a good, complete project, but he just doesn't get out. And I know some people just don't seem like they take to YouTube and do it too well. They're kind of introverted or ADD or whatever. They have problems getting on, So Doc has a new trailer, really? Okay. Doc and Chris Brown trailer. Okay, let me check that out real quick before we get out of here. Is it for his new upcoming comic book? I guess we'll see. Bring it up here. Give him the views on YouTube.
It's his new disco band.
New disco band?
Disco.
Oh, disco. I'm down with that, but you might hate on it. Just saying.
I don't think Doc is down with it either.
You definitely want to check out Doc's stuff because it will be precious to you much later, I guarantee you. I did read his Pride, Blood, and Mud while I was there in Atlanta and thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, there's my review. I didn't see anything wrong with it. Like John Dillard said, it was a great first attempt at a comic. I think it maybe
good story. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good, solid book. I thoroughly enjoyed it and would like to know more. Absolutely. Artistic wise, I think he pushed himself, I think he just turned in a solid book, Shadowhawk, tell you the truth. And he said, just as long as you enjoyed it, Damn Dirty Thing comic and novella are pretty enjoyable read too. I know I'm going to have to contact Dark Gift. He has not delivered mine yet. I do have the mug, but that's only because I went by and saw Doc. So I've not gotten anything in the mail, and I've been looking for it. Just as well, it's been rainy weather. But very cool. I mean, doing trailers like that, like Doc just dropped, to promote ahead of time. That's very smart. I think putting in campaigns like, I got the catch-up tier, when they went to the trade paperbacks on Graveyard Shift with John Malin. I got that, and I thought it was very smart of him to put a flyer in there for Godsend.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, with maybe a barcode, a Q code or something like that. That's always helpful. What's amazing is, since my campaign's still up on Indiegogo, the Ashcan, that barcode in those books from a couple years ago on Alterna is still good. If you go to that Q code in there, it'll still lead you to the campaign. It's still open. So if you haven't checked out the Ashcan, check out the Devil Flyer Ashcan. First 7 pages of the story of the Devil Flyer story that's in there. Of course, there's more stories in there. There's Grave Tales by Doc Blaylock. There'll be Inner Man by John, and a bystander story, Dirty Joe story. Just I couldn't pack it all in there. Can't wait to get to the Sea Demon story, which will be drawn by John Dillard. Chris Brown is gifted writer. I'm excited for Slaughterville Book 2 and its project with Doc. Yeah. Doc's, when I was over there with Doc in Atlanta, we talked. We talked behind the scenes, and I kind of got to know what was coming up in the future for Doc. He's got the ball rolling, brother. More than you know. More than you know, he's got the ball rolling for his properties. I mean, it's going to blow people's minds. Hopefully, that's if they, it's going to be good for him. Yeah, I'm excited for Doc. It's amazing we'll have to look back on 20 years and see what actually came out of this. And you'll see some weeds, some dry weeds and stuff, things that didn't lead anywhere. Everybody made a big thing to do about, and I'll pick something out of the hat, not to pick on Wanger, but Wanger, he was there. He didn't live up to his potential, the way things worked out.
I don't know if you saw it or not. I watched. He's back. He's streaming again. He's launching a second chance. He's launching a second chance for Super Harem. I think it's going to be out by my comic, and he's going to get back into doing Super Harem books because that's what people want. So
I think that's very smart.
If he'd have just done that the first time, he'd been fine.
Absolutely. And I think, that there's enough love out there for Wanger that he could do a $20,000, $25,000 campaign even now if it's good, solid, And then he could, that Super Harem book was pretty big, wasn't it? He could repackage that with the new thing even later on down the line. Hey, Kyle Prometheus had his 5 Pillars of Storytelling live on right before our show. I was able to go in and say hi to Kyle at the end of it, but unfortunately missed the program because I slept through it. But anyway, I'll have to go back and watch that, Kyle. No problem. Love popping into your show and hearing what you got to say, Kyle. Hope you're doing well over there in the UK. So turn around is fair play. I came in on the end of your show, Kyle, so you can come on the end of my show. Thank you for the link, Carrie, to Kyle's YouTube channel. He does need some new viewers over there, and give him a try when he does his 5 Pillar show and other things over there. He always puts up good, solid content. And we're going to get out of here and let Shadowhawk rest a little bit and get something more to eat, hopefully.
Yeah. Figure out what to do for dinner.
Yeah, I got to figure out something for me to eat. I haven't eaten all day either, except for last night a little bit. Not going out today. Today we'll be on the Hump Day show doing some drawing. Maybe finishing up this one, maybe working on the Sea Demon one, maybe working on the 43 one that I've got going on. Maybe making that other GO pop a little bit. We'll see. Pale Rider in the house. Hey, Pale Rider.
Hey, Pale.
God bless. Keep collecting, and we will see you tomorrow on the 4 o'clock shadow.
I love you.
I'll try to be 3 minutes early. Bow for now.